Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jade, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, I'm actually going to be showing off every single character's armor breaker move. So here's the thing. Shang Tsung's armor breaker move is for the move called Scatter Souls, right? Which is a variation specific armor breaker move. So not every variation for every character has an armor breaker move, which in my opinion is very stupid. But hey, for Shang Tsung, this is his second variation, and his armor breaker move is this right here. Boom, and there we go. I just broke his breakaway. But that is Shang Tsung's armor breaker move, so we're gonna go ahead and skip to the second character. And yeah, there it is right there. It's called Skewered, and the move is that right there. So it's the grab out of the sky. So let's go ahead and down to him. And boom, as you can see, I broke it with Shao Kahn. On to the next character. Next up, we have Frost, and for Frost, her armor break move actually isn't variation specific. So it's the cyber head one. So let's down to spawn. Boom, and as you can see, it broke his armor, and you can get your pop-up or whatever. I don't play Frost, so I don't really know. But on to the next character. Next up, we have Nightwolf, and his armor break move is the Tomahawk Swing. So it's boom, and as you can see, you can amplify it too to do more damage and stuff like that. On to the next character. Next up, we have Joker, and his armor break move is not variation specific, and it's this right here. Next up, we have Johnny Cage, and his armor break move is his flippy kick. Next up, we have Sonya Blade, and her armor break move is not variation specific. It is just her forward 3. Next up, we have Cassie Cage. Her armor break move is tournament or like variation specific. This is her 3rd variation, and is the flying glow kick. Next up, we have Jax. His is variation specific. This is for his 3rd variation, and it is the lethal clap. Next up, we have Spawn, and his is variation specific. This is the Soul Shattering War Club from his very first variation, which we have actually already seen before. Next up, we have Scorpion. His is not variation specific. It is his back 3. Next up, we have Noob Saibot, and his is his back 2, which is not variation specific. Next up, we have Baraka, which is variation specific. This is for his 3rd variation, and it is the Blade Charge. Next up, we have Raiden, and his armor break is not variation specific. It is the Summon Lightning. Next up, we have Jackie, and hers wasn't actually in either of her variations. This was just a regular move called Hyper Knee, and triggers in a combo of 8 or more hits. So you get a crushing blow with it, or you could break the armor. So this is the crushing blow, and this is the armor break. Next up, we have Sub-Zero. His is called the Brutal Kick. It is not variation specific, and you can get a crushing blow with it, or just break the armor. So the crushing blow looks like that, or you could break the armor and it looks like this. Next up, we have Kano's. His is not variation specific, and it's just his back one. So it looks like this. So this. Boom, and it's just that. So he has probably the worst one in the game, in my opinion. You did get a restand, but look how far he is away. Like, he's this far, and yeah, he probably has the worst one so far. Next up, we have Kabal. His is not variation specific, and it is the Hook Slam. So he has one of the better ones in my opinion. One more thing I almost forgot to mention, he actually gets obviously the crushing blow or the armor break. And the first armor break move that I actually even searched for was Liu Kang's earlier, and when I was looking for it, I actually could not find it, so I thought I was tripping. Like I went to his first variation or whatever, thinking that it was just gonna be, you know what I'm saying, in his moveset, right? So I was thinking, like, even before Aftermath came out, that it was gonna be his forward 2, because that just makes sense. I actually just clicked on the wrong variation, but like, it just makes sense for it to be forward 2, but when you think about it, if it was his forward 2, especially if he was to get a pop-up, it would be pretty broken. Sorry, but it is the slam move. Boom. So it is that right there, and you can also amplify it as well. Boom, for 300 damage. So there we go. So you get 358 damage, which is crazy. But anyways, on to the next character. Next up, we have Kitana, and her armor break move is the back forward 3, which is actually gonna be actually, let me see if I can do this. Oh, I can. Hey, there we go. So that's the, let's do it again, just so we can make it clear. Boom, there we go. Pretty situational, but hey, some people will get it to work. One more thing, quick intermission before we get into the very next armor break move. Johnny Cage actually has 2 brand new skins, so just go on the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store and download the Thanks a Million Johnny Cage pack, and you will get 2 free skins. One is called $1 Million Baby, and the other one is called Thanks a Million. And this one actually looks amazing. I love the way the jacket looks. But yeah, go and download that. It's free. Yeah, I don't know if you need Aftermath for it. I don't know if it's just free, like just to anybody, or if you do need Aftermath, but obviously I have it, so yeah, go download that. Next up, we have Kung Lao's probably most used move is the Shaolin drop, and that is his armor break move. If you obviously amplify it, you get the crushing blow. So this is what the crushing blow looks like, and this is the armor break move. Oh, I turned it off. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. Breakaway. All right. There we go. Next up, we have Jade, and hers is not variation specific. It is the Blazing Nitro kick. You get the crushing blow or the regular armor break. So that's the crushing blow for 400 damage. That's crazy. But I don't even think you get him. Crushing blow if it breaks armor. Sheesh. So let's just say you do it down 2, right? You can get 400 damage for just breaking the armor. That's crazy. But this is the regular version. Next up, we have RoboCop. His is variation specific. This is for his 3rd variation, and it's the OCP charge that you do in the air. So it looks like this. But this is the armor break. Boom. So that right there. Next up, we have Scarlet, and her armor break move is her back forward 3, which is the blood splatter move. Next up, we have Erron Black. His is variation specific. This is for his 3rd variation, and it is the acid pour move. Boom, and you can also amplify it as well. Next up, we have Devore. Hers is not variation specific. This is the swarm move, and this is what it looks like. Next up, we have Kotal Khan. His is variation specific, and this is what it looks like. And you can also amplify it as well. For 495. Triggers of this move counters or punishes an airborne opponent. So if they're airborne, so wow, that's crazy. So let's just say I down 2 them. and I break the armor. That's 500 damage. That's crazy. Next up we have Shiva, and hers is not variation specific. It is her back forward 4, which is called Untamed Fury, and you can also get a crushing blow off of it as well. So this is what it looks like. Boom, and there you go, you get the crushing blow as well. So that's 463 damage. Next up we have Terminator. His is the Gorilla Press Slam, and it is a variation specific. It is for his 3rd variation. This is what it looks like. Next up we have Geras. His is from the Infinite Warden variation, which is his I believe it's his 2nd variation, and it is from his quicksand move, which could be interesting. So this one actually probably going to be very hard to get, but let's see if we can get it. Oh yeah, that one is going to be very hard to get. Hold on. All right, there we go. We actually landed it. Next up we have Collector. His armor break move is variation specific. For his 3rd variation, it is the Relic move. And there we go, right there. You get 283 damage from a down 2 into it. Next up we have Sindel. Hers is not variation specific. It is her back forward 1, and this is what it looks like. And you can also amplify it as well. Next up we have Cetrion. Hers is a variation specific move. It is for her 3rd variation. It is the back forward 4, which is Deadly Winds, and this is what it looks like. Oh, that was actually dope. You get like a restand and everything. Last but not least, the character who disappointed me the most from Aftermath, Fujin. His armor break move is not variation specific. It is his wind kicks that you have to do in the air, and this is what it looks like. Boom, as you can see, I broke it. Let's do it again. Boom, and there you go. You can amplify it like I did. But anyways, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me know whose armor breaker move is your favorite out of everybody in the entire game, out of everybody that I showed off in the video. The one for Liu Kang, it just makes Dragon Breath pretty much almost as good as his 1st variation, in my opinion. With it being the command grab like that. But I don't really know who's my favorite. Liu Kang's was disappointing, but they only did that so that it wouldn't be broken. Because if they would have made it his forward 2 or just any move that he could use in his 1st variation, it would have, in my opinion, made him the best character in the game. But anyways, like I said, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. I hope this video truly helped y'all. Multiple people today have been asking me what is Liu Kang's armor breaker move and where it is and how do you find it and stuff like that. But that is how you find it. Thank you all for 1,600 subscribers. Road to 2K. With that being said, it's your boy King Jade, and always remember to be golden, bruh. And I'm out.